Hi, we're Group 12. My name is Abby Laws, and with me are Carly McFarland and Peyton Mitchell. And our company for our presentation is Wells Fargo. In this presentation, we'll be going over the company overview, our research topics, research findings, recommendations, and references. A brief overview of the Wells Fargo business is it was founded in 1852 during the California Gold Rush by Henry Wells and William George Fargo. It mainly focused on handling the purchase, sale, and transportation of the gold dust, bullion, and other goods from western U.S. to the East Coast. Through strategic consolidation by 1866, Wells Fargo had become the largest empire of stagecoaches, which is basically a large buggy drum horse carriage used for transportation where railroads couldn't go. And they consolidated almost all Western stagecoaches lines under its name to serve areas where railroads couldn't operate. In 1905, banking operations separated from its express operations, leading to the formation of Wells Fargo Nevada National Bank, which then later merged to United Trust Company in 1923 to form Wells Fargo Bank and Union Trust Company. Eventually, in 1954, the name simplified to Wells Fargo, marking its evolution from stagecoach and express services company to a prominent banking institution with a rich history deeply rooted in America's frontier era. Corporate social responsibility is more than just profitability. It's commitment to operating in a manner that considers the broader impact on the economy, society, and the environment. Ethical responsibility underscores the importance of conducting business with integrity, honesty, and transparency, upholding moral principles even in challenging situations. Economic responsibility involves prudent financial management, generating sustainable returns for shareholders while also considering the impact on stakeholders and the wider economy. Community outreach is about actively engaging with and contributing to the communities in which we operate, whether through philanthropy, volunteerism, or initiatives that address social challenges. Lastly, diversity and inclusion are integral components of corporate responsibility, promoting a culture that respects and values differences, fostering innovation, and ensures equitable opportunities for all individuals, regardless of their background. By embracing these pillars, organizations can demonstrate their commitment to making positive contributions to society while also achieving long term success and sustainability. When addressing the ethical consumer related problems at Wells Fargo, it is imperative to highlight the severity of Wells Fargo's ethical issues concerning their fake account scandals, improper mortgage practices, and consumer protection violations that impacts customers, stakeholders, and the broader community. The notorious fake account scandal, where millions of unauthorized accounts were opened without customers' consents, exemplifies a blatant disregard for ethical principles of honesty, transparency, and respect for customers' autonomy. Moreover, the relevance of improper sales practices driven by aggressive sales targets underscores the ethical dilemma of prioritizing profits over consumer welfare, violating principles of fair and transparent sales practices. The imposition of unfair fees and charges, coupled with allegations of discriminatory lending practices, not only wears away trust but also raises questions about the bank's commitment to ethical conduct and social responsibility. Additionally, reports of improper foreclosure procedures further tarnish the bank's reputation, highlighting systemic issues that undermine customers' trust and well being. Addressing these ethical lapses is not only essential for restoring trust and integrity, but also for fostering a culture of ethical responsibility that prioritizes customer welfare and societal well being.
My name is Peyton Mitchell, and I'll be talking about sustainability within Wells Fargo. Um, Wells Fargo took a giant emissions cut since 2019. They did so by reducing their GHG emissions by 70%, their total energy usage by 50% by converting natural resources such as solar and recycling. They reduced total waste stream by 50%, also by recycling. They reduced water usage by 45% by supplying through their own wells. They drove new renewable energy projects to meet 100% of annual purchased electricity needs, therefore saving their money through natural resources. Climate action focus they have is utilizing clean and safe energy advancing the climate action, which is reducing global warming, increased sustainability in work environment.
Wells Fargo has been accused of multiple fraud scandals, but there were two major cases that occurred in 2016 and 2022. In 2016, the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau, CFPB, discovered the company was overcharging consumers with illegal late fees, misrepresenting the value of partial payments, leading consumers to believe they would not be beneficial to their credit report, impairing consumers' abilities to minimize costs and fees, and failed to update and correct the information being sent to credit reporting agencies. They were ordered to pay over $4 million in consumer refunds and civil penalties. In 2022, the company was investigated by the Security Exchange Commission, who found they had been overcharging more than 10,000 customers who had set up their accounts before 2014 with advisory fees throughout the end of 2022. Financial advisors agreed to reduce the firm's preset advisory fees for certain consumers with written or handshake deals. In some cases, there was a failure to ensure this reduction in fees when the account was set up. Wells Fargo also failed to adopt the proper procedures to ensure accurate information was in their billing systems. Wells Fargo has a grant program designed to help those in need. Primarily, they focus on housing affordability, small business growth, financial health, and sustainability, all of which align with their corporate social responsibility mission. To further support the communities they work in, Wells Fargo provides 16 hours of paid time off for their employees to volunteer. To help decide where the most assistance is needed, the company utilizes impact teams to raise awareness of the company's philanthropic priorities and employee resource networks, which provide opportunities to meet other volunteers. Wells Fargo has taken steps over the past decade to increase diversity among its suppliers. This helps the company support underserved groups and individuals while also ensuring the best possible quality, price, and service. Diverse supplier spending has increased over $500 million from 2012 to 2021.
For our first recommendation, we recommend that Wells Fargo enhance consumer protection measures by demonstrating its commitment to ethical conduct and social responsibility, rebuilding trust with customers and stakeholders while fostering a culture of integrity and accountability within the organization. They can do this through several key steps. Firstly, the establishment of transparent standards and procedures for consumer protection will ensure clarity and consistency in safeguarding customer interests. Additionally, assigning upper-level managers to oversee consumer protection initiatives will demonstrate accountability and leadership commitment to ethical conduct throughout the organization. It is crucial to ensure that the decision-making authority is delegated only to employees who demonstrate ethical behavior and integrity achieved through rigorous hiring processes and integrity assessments. Engaging employees to report ethical violations through designated channels such as whistleblowing mechanisms will foster a culture of transparency and prompt resolution. Providing comprehensive training on ethical decision-making will equip employees with the awareness and tools needed to adhere to consumer protection measures. Consistent and fair enforcement of consumer protection standards, along with leveraging instances of violations for continuous improvement, will further reinforce ethical values and promote trust with consumers and stakeholders. These measures collectively position Wells Fargo as a proactive and ethical leader in consumer protection, driving long-term sustainable growth and reputation enhancement.
We recommend that the company try to refresh their operational sustainability before the year 2030. In order to reduce their GHG levels, the company can purchase solar panels, energy-saving light bulbs, and other renewable energy sources such as solar panels and water energy. While having the plan to do so in 2030, that is great. It's still also 6 years away, so the company will have to use high levels of GHG emissions and convert on their energy usage to meet some of these goals and demands.
To further improve their economic responsibility, we recommend Wells Fargo implement a strong code of ethics that shows the steps that should be taken to prevent further unethical behavior. To further stress the importance, there should be regular meetings among both managers and lower-level employees to ensure a complete ethical climate. To help ensure regulation, there should be random independent audits at regular variables. And then to the left, it shows the ethical decision-making process, which is first identify the problem, then identify the constituents, diagnose the situation, analyze your options, make your choice, and then act. As our final recommendation, we recommend Wells Fargo increase their paid volunteer hours from 16 hours to be equal to about 1% of the employee's time. This follows the Pledge 1% initiative and is equal to around 6 workdays. This would increase the reputation of the company within the community. They should also provide more educational material covering the work that can be done within the community to their employees. We also recommend that Wells Fargo continue to work on increasing diversity within their supplier base. This helps provide work opportunities for minorities and small businesses. The company should also be cautious of the number of suppliers they accumulate, as having too many can lead to insufficient money usage that does not build stability in the business.